So I'm filming from my bed today because I like my bed and it's comfortable, and I'm not feeling very well, so bed time. I'm really sorry for uploading late. I was in Edmonton on the weekend and I went to Street Groove, and it's a hip-hop dance convention, and I was busy all week and I wouldn't have had any time to make a vlog at all. And plus I didn't bring my laptop. I would have made a vlog earlier beforehand, but one, I had no idea what the topic was. Number two, in all honesty, completely forgot about not being able to film while in Edmonton. So this week's topic is best movies of all time, or top movies, I guess. I didn't really make a list, so I might have to think about this. I'll start off by saying that my favorite movie of all time, ever since I was, I think, 3 years old, Sound of Music. And I know there's some people that are like, oh, it's a musical. Well, I like it, so you can shush. I had all of the songs memorized, actually, by the time I was 3. I had a text message. Ever since watching it for the first time, I just took a particular interest in it. I think because there was a lot of singing and dancing. Yeah, that's my favorite movie of all time. Childhood memory kind of thing. Quick little side note, not only did I have all the songs from Sound of Music memorized, but I also had all the songs from Mulan memorized. The Let's Get Down to Business one, where they're all training to fight, that song. I used to run around with no shirt on, thinking I was a warrior, dancing and singing to that song when I was about 4. One of the movies that has made me think the most, that I would put probably up in the top choices of mine, would be Mr. Nobody. And it's really interesting. Whenever people ask me, oh, what's it about? I have a really hard time explaining it. Like, it's one of those movies, like, you don't, like, I understand it, it's just unexplainable. For me anyway, I just don't know how to explain it, but it's really interesting. Jared Leto stars in it, and I guess it's basically, it's like from the perspective of this man, and he's about to turn 118, and he's the last mortal on Earth because now there's immortality, and they're trying to figure out who he is because they have no record of him, and so he begins to tell everyone about his past, but he starts to explain things that have happened, and then all of a sudden they haven't happened. He's explaining 3 different lives that he had, and so the confusion is, well, which one was the real one? So that was interesting. I really suggest that if you haven't seen it, to definitely check it out. Fubar 2 was really funny. Watched it in theaters, and I thought it was hilarious. I was like, why has this not been in my life until now? I really liked Inception, just because of how much it makes you think. Inception was just kind of like, whoa, and it left you at the end, and I was just like, that was my reaction at the end, seriously. I really liked Donnie Darko. When I watched it, though, it was really hard to understand, but I really liked just the feel of it. I just really enjoyed. How do I describe it? Do you know those movies where, like, you don't really know why you like them, but you do? And not in the sense that normally you wouldn't, but it's just, there's just an appeal to it that you're just, I really like this. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but that's how I feel about Pirate Radio. It's also known as The Boat That Rocked, and it's based in the 1960s of this ship that is a radio station. And it's just like, it doesn't have a really big storyline, just mainly that people want them shut down because they're stealing all the business of all the other radio stations, and they're playing music that other radio stations don't think is appropriate and everything. And it's basically just about how everyone's trying to kind of shut them down, but they're really rebellious and just funny and vulgar. It's awesome. It's one of the coolest movies I've seen. It's nothing I've ever seen before. I like movies like that as well, that don't always follow the exact same storyline that is so popular. Also really liked Into the Wild. Oh my gosh, probably one of the top 3 movies I've seen. It was so, like I said with Pirate Radio / The Boat That Rocked, it's unlike any movie I've seen before, based on a true story, which is another reason why I like it so much, because it actually happened. And I've always kind of had this fantasy of just leaving everything behind and leaving my cell phone, because it's not like I hardly use it anyway. Everything behind and just living off of the wild, not having a house, not having any form of communication with anyone at all, and just to live off the land and just do like everything myself. And you know, I just find a sort of appeal to that. Into the Wild is about this guy, and his parents are saying to him, oh, we'll get you a new car for graduation. And he's like, I don't want a new car. The car I have is completely fine. He's just saying these things, they're so meaningless. And it's a really interesting point of view with how a lot of stuff, like almost everything in people's lives, you don't need it, and it's just all these things that doesn't really mean anything. It just shows his journey and the people he meets along the way. And I cried. It was really moving to me. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. That's what she said. I have to get this uploaded because it's already late enough. This is Monday and I still haven't uploaded. I feel really bad. Sorry to the other vloggers of mine and all of the viewers who I kept waiting. I know you guys wanted to see my face so bad and I let you down. Just kidding. I know I'm gonna be looking back and watching this after I've uploaded and thinking, oh shit, there was that movie too that I really like, and that always happens to me because I'm going into this without writing anything down, so I'm probably forgetting a lot of movies that if the name came up to me, I'm like, oh my god, that one too! Comment down here, subscribe. Yep, let us know what the next week's topic should be. I really appreciate you guys commenting and not making us pick them ourselves, because I'm pretty sure this one was by a viewer. I'm not too sure. Ashley and Xandra both just told me this topic, so thanks guys. Yeah, I guess I'll see you next week, and I will be on time this time. Later days.